Hey there guys, this is Mr. Chicken167 here and welcome to a new sort of thing we're doing here because Josh is too lazy to do the chicken cast. Instead we're doing the mini casts, which is we talk about one topic for however long we need. So Josh is here, of course. Hello.
Hello. I'm the Gallianator. It would make it a bit easier to watch because how many people do you think are going to watch hour-long videos?
Oh, everyone would love to watch an hour-long video of us.
So a 20-minute long one or a 10-minute long one?
10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, however long it is. We feel that would be easier and it would get probably...
Let's make it an hour long.
No, it'd probably be a bit more popular as well.
So today's topic is... oh no, that's the wrong notes. Shoot.
You're so really well prepared, aren't you?
I know, I was prepared, it's just I went on the wrong page of notes. Okay, so today's topic is FNAF sister location. So, right now, there is an image on Scott Games which says, cancelled due to leaks, and everyone thought it was the game. I think Josh was tricked by that, weren't you?
I was for a few minutes, and then I saw.
I wasn't, because I.
Yeah, and then.
No, I'll tell you why I wasn't.
Then you told me what it was actually about.
No, and I'll tell you why I wasn't. I'll tell you why I wasn't fooled. It's because Scott did that already with FNAF 3. He yeah. I'm loading the FNAF sister location Steam page. There we go. Okay, so let's go through a couple. So first up, what it's referring to is basically like the story of the game. So. I don't actually have an. Oh, if I look, I'm just gonna look at an image quickly of just FNAF sister location.
You don't have to say what you're typing while you're typing. It's unnecessarily tedious.
Well, no, because people aren't gonna know what I'm putting. That's fake there. The demo has not been released. Brightened.
Yeah, there was an image of a demo.
See, I can't see the correct Brightoned one. I want to find the Brighton cancelled one.
Yeah, Adam.
Yeah.
I saw a really funny one at the top. Which one was it? If you go back up again.
Keep going. Yeah. What? Oh my God! That's just.
That's gotta be fake.
That's fake. Yeah, they just put like. So we're looking at an image that someone's just put. Basically they just put a Golden Freddy in the background of one. It's weird. Of course. Anyway, so let's go through each of them. So first up, we have our baby image here. What do you think of the baby image? First start is this one here. Well, actually, that's not quite the baby one. That's the baby one. So we can look at baby's design, and actually. Like, and this is MatPat's theory, but it actually does remind me of Pigtail Girl from FNAF 4.
Yeah.
So I reckon it's a mimic
MatPat made
of that.
a good point of that.
Yeah, I reckon that's like a mimic of
it would make sense. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it just.
Yes.
But like, MatPat made a good point. Her text was the same colour as that girl, and she looks exactly like her.
Yeah. So I mean, MatPat's really good at this. James is online.
Well, yeah, he's good at it, but don't forget how many times he's got it wrong.
He does got it
wrong. He looks into it a lot. He does good theories, but they are quite often wrong. But this one might actually be right.
No, but with FNAF, it's so hard to get them right.
Yeah, because Scott seems to change the story to make it not fit that because he doesn't want everyone to know
why I'm
what
playing
it
with
is.
this. I'm just gonna leave my Jar Jar figurine here.
You shouldn't say you have that. It's not a popular thing.
But I have a Jar Jar figurine.
Edit it out.
Yeah. So the animatronics are So there's Baby, of course.
There's Ballora.
There's Ballora.
Funtime Freddy and Foxy.
Funtime Freddy.
Ennard and...
Ennard. There's Biddy Bab and Mini Rena.
Mini Rena, what's that one again?
Mini Rena is like the mini ballerinas we saw in like the Switch one. When brightened up.
Oh, I've not seen that image.
Oh, did you not?
I've not seen that image of it brightened up.
Oh. When, it's the one of the Switch, and when brightened up it's just like four ballerinas.
I need to see that actually. Wait a second, I'm gonna...
Yeah, you go and look that up. I'm trying to find the voice acting one. I'm just trying to find the one that because they leaked a voice acting thing, which proves that there's going to be voice acting in the game.
We already kind of knew that, didn't we? And technically, there's always been voice acting.
I know, but there's going to be proper voice acting from the animatronics this time, though.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake, get to it! This video is just. Where is it then? Well, oh, hold on, it's here. Okay, hold on. Right, Josh, you ready for this? This is Ballora's song. Oh no, I just need to skip ahead a bit. I'm gonna stick my earphones in quickly, just so I Don't mess this up. I just realised Bandicam's already set to that. Hold on. Gotta change it then. Hold on, let me just change the settings. Disable, okay. Maybe that'll be good enough. Oh, for God's sake, now I've just broken or something, I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Either way, Ballora is going to be able to talk in the game. It has been confirmed.
That means we're kind of thinking, we always thought they would because of the speakers on their chest.
Okay, so I just showed you what Mini Arena looks like, and also this is the information right here. If I can just move the Bandicam thing. Okay, let's see. So Josh, if you see, this is what it says. In other news, the grand opening of Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been cancelled due to reported gas leaks in the question. The report saying that I can't see that because the Bandicam thing's in the way. God damn it, Bandicam. Okay.
In the building. Not in the question.
Not in the question. The report saying that the strange activity around the area at night suggests something else is to blame. One local is quoted to have saying, "Everything just stopped. There was so much excitement built around this place opening, and then they just stopped talking about it. There was only..." I'm sorry, I'm reading this really weirdly. There was only a handful... What the...
You press play.
For God's sake. Okay. There was only a handful of...
people.
Something.
No, of people...
that ever go and look at sure everything worked.
No, go look at the inside.
Oh, okay.
Skip to that.
Let's get to the line. The making sure everything worked. Alright, I guess? No. I guess they weren't quite as ready as they thought they were. A tenant from across the street claims to have witnessed a large group of cars surround the building during the night, and large pieces of equipment being taken out of the building under tarps?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what that means. A few
you know,
weeks...
like a cover that you put over it?
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. A couple of weeks later, the building was for sale. There is no comment from the local entrepreneur who financed the venture. Sorry, this is really hard to read if you look at it.
Yeah,
so basically,
it's difficult.
What this means is that, yeah, there's... So I reckon that equipment being taken out is obviously...
part of the story.
No, I think the stuff taken out is obviously the animatronics.
And they got, like, broken or something? I don't know.
I don't know. I reckon the animatronics are probably behind the gas leaks or something like that, in my opinion. Just trying to find like the actual voice acting bit, just so I can show you, because Ballora does actually have a song.
Okay.
I'm trying to find
it. Are
it.
you going to put images of all this up?
No. Well, actually I may, because I've got quite a while before this comes.
And it's short.
I need to finish my New Hope review as well, considering that's meant to come out tomorrow. Oh god.
Wow.
I need to. Yeah. Hold on, let me just see.
Creepy.
Let me just find it. Okay. Here it is.
Why do you hide inside your walls when there is music in my halls? All I see is an empty room. No more joy in an empty tomb. It's so good to sing all day, to dance, to spin, to fly away. Is someone there? Is it time for the show? I can hear someone creeping through my room. Perhaps not.
So that is
That's really creepy.
That's creepy, I know.
I was like blocking my ears because I was expecting like the scream from a jump scare. I was just expecting that, so I had my ears covered. Like,
so
okay, I'm just gonna cover my ears.
Yeah, Josh. So the law seems to be, Circus Baby's World has done something bad. Probably it's cancelled due to gas leaks. Maybe the animatronics are behind it.
To get themselves out, maybe.
Yes, and Afton. So presumably they're going back to Afton Robotics to be fixed. Maybe this. Oh, I think I get it now. Maybe the animatronics are behind the closing of Circus Baby's World, so they're going back to Afton Robotics to be fixed. Or Or this happens at the end of the game, so maybe this is setting up for the gas leaks. Maybe. Go to the images we have. We have one image of the office here. As you can see, we have like an Ennard mask. We have the switch from the image. We seem to have a window here as well.
It seems like there's a lot of Ennard masks.
Oh my god. No, that's not Ennard there, I think.
What are they?
I think that's with Biddy Babs. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I can't tell.
Well, they have some weird screens
then
here.
There's
maybe
a baby face. There's a baby face.
Clock.
So, okay.
And we've got a speaker there as well.
So I think that's going to be how they
nothing
talk
new
to
in the
you.
lift here.
I think, no, but if you go back to that, if the first image, I think that speaker's how they're going to talk to you.
Yeah. I mean, there's another speaker in here as well. There's a button probably.
So maybe I think you're gonna get. I think like the phone call or whatever, because we all know there's gonna be a phone call. If there isn't, I'll be surprised. I think that's how you get. I think you're gonna get spoken to on your way down.
There's a vent right here. There's a Ballora poster. Then we see this one, which is so weird. Like up here, I reckon that is probably Baby. Just like
that's her eyes.
That's obviously Funtime Freddy. There's some sort of thing here. So maybe this is you looking at him.
They look like go back a second. They look like they look like Ennard's wires.
Yes, maybe there's more. Maybe those are Ennard's eyes instead.
Maybe.
Of course, we have the vent here, and then lastly we've got this, which is like we have that little toy thing, but that is. But then we have a baby poster.
So is it going to be, if you go back, because there was the office at the beginning, so is it going to be one of those things where you can turn 360 degrees around and you have to watch all around you, and maybe that's the office, that's one part of the office and this is another part of the office, maybe? Or maybe
because look, we have the switch here again in the window, so maybe...
Yeah, so it's got to be...
maybe we turn it on and we have to make sure the mini arenas aren't here.
I think it's going to be something... No, go scroll back up. I think it's going to be... That's going to be your main office area. Like, you're going to be looking there most... Oh no, you're going to be looking either one of these all of the time.
I reckon you have to watch here.
You're going to have to look here at one of them all of the time, whichever one has the screens... One of them you're going to be on all the time. Oh, that's the switch. Yeah, one of them you're going to be looking on all the time, and then there's going to be one of the animatronics is going to sneak up behind you, and you have to constantly check on them.
Something tells me that maybe what's happening in this game is maybe there is some form of free roam.
Maybe.
No, because if we look at yeah, I think there may be free roam just because there's one machine here, one speaker here, one window here. Then we have the computer screens. Then we have windows, one machine here, one speaker here, and then in the lift again, got a speaker here. So
maybe when you turn your head, because that's not with the head turn. Maybe there's another switch next to that speaker.
Maybe
we don't know.
Yeah. What's the other thing I want to say? Yes, I've just realised this. There are 4 lights up here, and as far as I'm concerned, there's 4 mini arenas. So maybe
that's how you keep an eye on them.
Picked up my Jar Jar toy again. I'm gonna stop doing this. Yeah, you play with Jar Jar.
No, I'm keeping him away from you because you're being weird.
Yeah, so anyway, so and it's going to be released in October 26th. I bet people are going to be angry if the game doesn't release 12:01 AM on the 1st of October. I bet people will be angry when it doesn't do that. Like FNAF World was a bit rushed, so was FNAF 3. Both of them were quite rushed at the beginning, and they weren't so good. However, you know, FNAF 1, 2, and 4 were very good. Took their time to it. And so the trailer, is there anything new in the trailer actually that we see? Hold on. That's just FNAF stuff.
Yeah.
What's gonna pause it? What will pause it?
You, because you're scrolled across, and that's the pause thing over there. So you have to look at the scroll thing. You're not fully on the side.
Oh yeah, there's a yeah. I see what you mean. Right, hold on. So, hold on. Let's see if I can do that again and just see if there is actually. No, there is not.
Yeah. Oh, that maybe that.
Maybe
that looks like the 2 buttons. If you go to the next page, does that look like the 2 buttons? I don't know.
Anyway, what else is there we see? Right, this here we've already seen, of course. The machine's there. Nothing else really there. And then we go to our oh no, then we're moving around our vent. So maybe we actually do move around. Maybe you go to the lift, maybe you're in the lift, and then you go across into these offices. Basically you have to move
but there's
to
multiple
make sure
offices.
Maybe there's multiple places you have to go to keep them in shape, and maybe as you reach 6 AM you're like, okay, now I can go to the lift and leave. Maybe that's what you have to do or something.
That would be weird, like, that would be creepy, do you know, because like, you can't just, it doesn't just end, you have to get to the lift. That would be creepy.
Yeah.
That you had to get there.
And of course, Bonnie Pub. Yeah, so do you think... Oh yeah, actually, this is something I noticed and no one else has pointed out.
Well, probably someone.
People probably have noticed it, but from the people I've seen, no one has pointed this out. Let's see. No. Okay. Name. No comment. Content. No comment. Name. No comment. If anything, it was just too soon for the ambitious venture. There's still a bright future for Circus Baby. To be watching for her to appear at a neighborhood party near you. So maybe this is like a hiring place. Maybe basically you hire them.
Maybe.
Very interesting here. Yeah. I mean, what do you think about? What do you think fits? I think this location is going to be the most unique out of all of them, just because
totally.
It only has 2 of the original animatronics in here.
And they're not even like as they are in the game, really.
Yeah, like Freddy and Foxy are both.
I mean, this is the first time Freddy's had a big change in his appearance.
Yeah, well, Mangle had Mangle was a big change.
Yeah, no,
Yet again, Golden Freddy was big.
But no, but Foxy's always been in disrepair, so that's the thing.
I
That's
guess.
the weird thing that he's not in disrepair.
Actually, yeah, that's a different thing here. Foxy is actually repaired.
Yeah.
Is this the first time we've seen Foxy who's actually repaired?
I
reckon.
yeah,
I reckon that.
we
I
have.
reckon that probably this is going to become Mangle.
Well,
So
maybe.
in that
Do you
case-
think? Wait, I just want to ask. Do you think this is set before any of the games or after the games?
I think this is probably set before FNAF 2, just because I think Funtime Foxy is definitely Mangle.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
It's not got the normal Foxy design. It's got the Mangle design in the head. I'm talking about. You see
yeah.
what
So
I mean?
maybe it's going to start falling apart and turn into Mangle later
And get
on.
more aggressive.
Yeah. So maybe this is going to turn into. So maybe this is probably before FNAF 2, possibly.
Maybe.
Or this is a recreation of Mangle, maybe. And maybe this
Yeah.
comes after. Because some people are saying that Ennard is the puppet. Personally, I don't buy it.
Well,
don't think
I
that
always
Ennard
thought
is
the
the puppet.
puppet would be. You could say that's because the puppet never changes appearance, but I thought that, and
Yeah.
for the most part we were right. FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 he didn't change, and he didn't appear in FNAF 4. Even though I thought, what if there was
He
a
was
Nightmare?
Nightmare
And then they became Nightmare, and that was a giant change in his appearance. He became a lot freakier,
Yeah,
which
but obviously that wasn't really.
I didn't think that was possible for him to become freakier, but Ennard could be. In my opinion, the way Ennard is presented, he kind of reminds me more of Mangle than the puppet.
Yeah,
he has like a puppet face, but the way his body is more like Mangle.
I mean, if you look at if you look at the design, that is not the puppet. That Ennard's face up there, that is not the puppet. There are no tears. The puppet doesn't have any eyebrows, so I don't think
Yeah.
Ennard is actually a marionette. So any last things you want to say? I reckon it's going to release something. Probably.
I feel like the demo is going to release
I reckon
quite
the
early.
demo will be in September, and then the actual game will be in October. Just because I feel like Scott has got a huge head start here, so I reckon he probably will be. I need to put down everything. I'm fiddling here.
Do you think he's going to actually for once do it on time?
Well, he probably will by on time. You mean on time and not
When
early.
it's set, like when it,
He always
yeah.
releases it early. I reckon this time he probably will release it on time. Release it sometime in October. Just 'cause
Yeah.
I feel like he knows like what happened with like FNAF World, in which he released it way too early and people weren't happy with it. However, FNAF World Update 2 was really good, and I'll say that's probably that's probably just because he had more time to fix things. So after Sister Location, what do you think he'll do? I reckon he'll do Update 3.
Yeah, probably, because that's still to come.
Yeah, so anyway, I agree with most of Matt Pat's theory. I just don't think that Ennard is the puppet. It just doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
And also, the whole Sister Location thing, I don't think that means he's Pigtail Girl either. She's Pigtail Girl. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, so that is it for this video. And if you're wondering to see more of the podcast and so on, you can go and check that on Mr. Chicken Movies. I'll leave a link for that in the description below. And of course, Josh, where can I find you?
You can find me at the Gallianator, both on YouTube and on Twitter.
Yep, and you can find me on Mr. Chicken 167, Mr. Chicken Movies, both on YouTube, and at Adam, Mr. Chicken 167 on Twitter.
Although at this point, really, I'm more a member of Mr. Chicken 167 and Mr. Chicken Movies than I am of actually my own channel.
Well, you haven't made a video.
I know. That's
I'll make
exactly
you a
my
video.
point. No, thank you. I can make my own.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys later.